Okay, so I just want to do an off-topic rant here about the state of affairs currently in the United States of America. So if you live in the nanny state, um, to watch the wheels come off this, I'm very happy that I will not live more than another 20 years to witness this psychosis. So I'm only speaking as an old person, I suppose, because I can hardly read comments, and I do want to read comments that people make, but I never know if they're kidding. So this fucking bozo, who's really against me, because if I'm trying to make $1,000 a month by working and thinking and planning, that you're going to fucking tell me that you're just going to hand out, the government's going to put a gun to my fucking head and make me give up my low or the highest leverage available in the United World States, Euro. It's funny, I never hear, of course, most people don't trade Forex, so they don't get it. This whole talk about Bitcoin and all this bullshit, can't people see right in front of them the fair value? And this is another thing, I'm just going to go off. I'm so sorry if you think this is going to be about trading, but I guess it is in a way. All this shit, it's just making me want to throw up, to be honest with you. I just couldn't take it, so I thought I'd just bark into my YouTube channel thing. Because I can't type what I really want to say, and it comes across very rough. So without the inflections to kind of tailor the message. So the battle between, and this another thing, is the people complaining about, they shut down my YouTube channel. Dude, it's not your YouTube. You don't have a right to Twitter. You don't have a right to this whole Twitter thing. Dude, get your own platform. Buy your own guitar rig. Don't plug into my fucking guitar rig and play your stupid licks. I've got my own stupid licks. I don't need yours. So we got this goober utopian motherfucker, Andrew Yang. Okay, let these guys just fucking write code. Listen to this guy's fucking message. From now this, Abed. Okay, fucking, look at this fucking asshole. Okay, I'm going to sound like as bad as I ranted about the guy that was trying to sell or tell us about the market. Look at this fucking boring motherfucker. Well, at least he doesn't have any tattoos. I'll give him that, because I'm not a tattoo guy. But holy shit, really?
Come together, raise our hands.
Now listen to this. I mean, every fucking kernel of this 3 minute and 20, I've only got a minute into it. I had to back it up and start over. Everything this guy has to say is wrong with everything about it. Listen to the background music, for God's fucking sake.
If enough Americans come together, raise
you can barely hear it. It's like fucking wah-wah pedal on a fucking DX7 Yamaha. Just trying to be all like, we're so supportive of your, we can all relax and just live our lives. Another motherfucker that won't give up his watch. How is this fucker any more of a loser, less of a loser, than the guy that blew up all that fucking hedge fund money? At least he had something like, this may be high risk. Oh, fucking duh. But look at this fucker. And he's probably doing sign languages. Like, if I really wanted to be one of these YouTubers, and I kind of want to be one now. The market's so fucking boring. Oh, he's sending out a signal. Look at it. It's a whistle, hand signal to the dogs out there. Are people fucking losing their mind? The whole fucking world is wealthy. Nobody needs $1,000 a month. They're just going to buy better drugs. Do you really want that?
Raise our hands and say, yes, we want universal basic income.
Oh, God. Look at this guy. Looks like he's already had so much fucking reefer. Look at this poor bastard. Yeah, man, everybody gets 1,000. It's like a 1K. Everybody can trade a 1K every month.
then we can make it happen in
Make it happen. We can make it happen. Yeah, where's the fucking... What is with that keyboard shit in the background? I just want to punch this guy.
2021, and will be the first thing I do as president. Hello, I'm Andrew Yang, and I'm running for president.
Just a kick drum on a fucking drum machine. Look at this. Wow, they really spent some camera work on that. Dude, I got out the best lens I had, and I filmed that. See, with a telephoto. With his lapel mic. They couldn't even get a shotgun boom for this fucking stupid op-ed.
To implement universal basic...
Implement. Oh, I love that. Now, how can any fucking flat earth goober that doesn't want to be indoctrinated think that they want to sign up with this fucking shit? Implemented. Like something in your body, like a cavity search. Oh, we found some pips in your ass.
income in response to this incredible transition we're going through.
Incredible transitions we're going through. Bend over. Bohica, bend over, here it comes again. Look at this fucking... What the fuck? Yang found adventure. We're all gonna go on a venture together down the socialist highway. Oh, a pot in every furnace, a pip in every account. So this fucker is gonna allow me to open another Forex account? Because, you know, I can blow up more Forex accounts now. I can't want to vote for this guy now. A program that places new grads at startups. Holy shit, you mean I come right out of college? I don't need no street smarts. I can come right out of college. Yeah, you probably could come into the trading universe like that. I could be like, dude, it's going down, buy. I know, it keeps going down. I know, buy more. I'm out of college. Can I get a job at a new startup? What do you guys got? Oh, pulling a trigger like a meth head on a scalping platform. Oh, God, really? Yeah, you just have to get in there early in the morning and get kind of ramped up, and then you're ready to go. It's all fucking white-knuckled and bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, ready to be a sniper. I mean, fucking, how you think the Nazis were doing it? They're all lit on meth. Even Ayn Rand got lit on meth. So they tell me. Oh boy, here we go. More universal health care fun facts. This is as far as I got. I couldn't take it. So, stub me through this. No tie. He's being the casual guy like the other guy in the Forex video. This middle-of-the-road bullshit. Dude, pick a side. Either have tattoos up your fucking dick and neck, or just be dressed like a guy in a burqa. Be in a fucking burqa, or have tats on your dick.
Universal basic income is a policy where every citizen gets a certain amount of money.
I like the way he did the chop chop. Do you see that? He's signaling to his other buddies. That's the fucking guillotine right there. You see that hand chop shit?
Every month, regardless of...
Every month, bitch. What about February? I'm fucked. Oh, man, February. Shit. In the leap year, I kind of...
their work status or anything else going in their lives.
Work status? What's your status? Well, I work. I work so I can make more money, so I can spend more welfare. Dude, the United States just went into a $22 trillion debt or deficit, the one that's sitting there, the balance. We are underwater in the United States. Thank you very much. And that is with all the nanny-state levers being adjusted for proper re-entry into reality. But it doesn't fucking matter, dude. Here's another... Anybody who wants to challenge me on anything I'm saying, be my guest. All these fucking... I just have to catch up on all these bad things I'm hearing. Like, we could never go on a gold standard. We are on a gold standard. We've always been on a gold standard. Just because the government hasn't fixed it at 35. Now, this is what is so fucking retarded. Makes me want to fucking vomit all day long. projectile vomiting. You aren't a gold standard. Don't people get it? Look at it. It's like these fucking people that are so... like they don't think life's risky. Now, that's one thing you learn if you've ever traded anything on a platform where you can win and lose thousands of dollars in milliseconds. It is like nothing else in the world. So maybe that's why I'm all pissed off. Because when I watch these fucking idiots... Now, I'd love to see these fuckers. These are the first assholes to whip out a fucking Gartley in a fib handle. These fucking motherfuckers right here. And maybe that's why I'm triggered, because underneath it all, that's a song. It's a song by that girl that plays slide guitar. Jesus Christ, man. I get that this guy cares about my trading account. What we're going to do is lower your leverage and give you $1,000 a month. He's trying to turn everybody into like a prop house. He doesn't know it.
Under my plan, every American...
Oh, under his plan. You notice his hand went to his heart. You see the body language there? His hand went to his heart because he's so heartfelt, and it went to his little badge there. Now, instead of being a police badge, and I just think it's a hell of a joyride that we're at right now. You got the YouTube people are complaining about the platform that they don't own, that they actually dump their fucking garbage videos on their hard drive. And then they're like, oh, God, I can't believe they... Really? So let me guess, you were fucking your neighbor's wife and you can't believe her husband came home and beat the shit out of you. How weird. Huh. But this guy's like, oh, no, everybody can fuck everybody else's... it's a free-for-all.
Adult between 18 and 64 will receive $1,000.
I'm sorry, 18 and 64. Wait, let me write these down. Is it the PIP handle? See, at the 18, I'm going to get an 18 handle. Get out. See, 18 to 64. What do I do when I'm 65? Wah, wah. Hopefully I've made enough money trading by then. But at 18 years old, you mean I could get my 18-year-old kid living at home with me, pulling down $1,000 a month. He could trade for me.
A month, free and clear, no questions asked. Doesn't matter.
No questions asked. Did you hear that? Hey, honey, look. We got a way to fund our latest mistake.
Matter if you're working, not what your income is.
Whatever.
$1,000 per adult per month.
Oh, look at this. He highlighted the adult and the per. That's a weird. Now, why didn't he just highlight adult and month? Can somebody please help me? Or is this alternating? Is this some coded thing here? Per. Almost like socialism. From each according to his need. Or something like that. And then redistribute. Okay, we've sliced the pie. You know, the pie's only so big because, you know, we can't make any money. This guy is such a fucking airhead. I'm going to go off a little bit. Talking about, well, the robots are going to be building robots pretty soon. Dude, I can't get an EA to fucking do a dumb strategy. Yeah, well, robots are going to be building other robots. Dude, in your fucking... It never going to happen, dude. It's never going to happen. People will always be more intelligent. Although this is what's kind of happened is people are so fucking wealthy they can entertain this dumb shit here. $1,000 a month. Oh, that ought to solve everybody's problem.
We're going through the greatest technological and...
What is this with this fucking telephoto jerky Stephen Bochco camera work? Come on, I'm over that shit. That when I saw that, I never forgot the day Stephen Bochco had this show on TV where he did jerky cam shots, and I just was like, dude, okay, I got it. Very, very, very candid, edgy. But then after a while, everybody had to film jerky cam. I'm sorry. Give me a fucking tripod movie.
Economic shift in our history.
Economic shift in our history. Yeah, sliding down the socialist route. You know, we should grease the skids with more socialism. Yeah, that's the ticket.
We need to accelerate our society.
Yeah, accelerate it. We had to amp up the utopianist bullshit dream of a Gartley pattern on your dick.
And government to keep pace with the challenges of
the challenges of getting stopped out of this fucking trade I'm in.
2020. We've already automated away millions of
look at this shit. It's all high speed. Now that is scary. This is like the scene out of Clockwork Orange where there's people having sex in a room with stacked bunk beds.
Manufacturing jobs, and we're about to do
Whoa, look at that.
The same thing to work.
This is it's complicated shit he's talking about.
Workers in retail.
He must know what he's talking about. Oh, a mall that's open. Where do you find this?
Truck driving, call centers.
Truck driving. Oh, he's nailing. I haven't heard him mention Forex traders yet. In my fucking meth head human traffic hedge fund prop house.
Fast food restaurants and on throughout the economy.
And on, et cetera, et cetera.
So this plan, the $1,000.
Oh, well, he's going back to that plan with the 1,000. Dude, you keep saying 1,000 every fucking 38 seconds. I'm signing up. I'm signing up. It's like the bonus when I deposit in my Forex account. This is like a Forex bonus?
Per month plan was studied by the Roosevelt Institute, which...
Oh, it's studied by the Roosevelt Institute. Oh, okay, so not anything in the real world. Oh, so it's like you built... Let me guess, you got this good trading plan. You get back tested. Let me see. Explain this to me again. So the past equals the future, and whatever we did before, at a $22 trillion deficit, apparently, gold's a standard, beef's a standard, corn's a standard, soybeans, all these commodities, crude oil's a standard. It's the glue that holds every fucking thing together. You know, I never went to economics school, but I figured it out through trading, that if you stare at these markets long enough, you realize that there's a number there. Okay? And you can call it sector rotation, you can call it the wealth effect, you can call it whatever. But dude, there's prices out there. What this guy should be saying is, save $1,000 a month and see if you can get your money into the discrepancy between values in the market. And you should be able to, what you should be saying is that we will let you do anything you want. We'll let you keep $1,000. But you can't just do whatever you want with it. We already have that. It's called a tax incentive discount. If you start your own business. So what is this guy trying to do? It's already there. Everything's in front of us. What the fuck is this guy adding to the fucking equation? He's a nice guy.
Projected that it would grow the economy by $2.5 trillion.
It would inflate the economy by $2.5 trillion. So we are $22 trillion. Let's see if we can just put it out there.
Per year, and would create 4.5 million new jobs.
Okay, so maybe we should divide that up. And it's going to create new jobs. But aren't jobs a natural phenomena like the market prices? It's almost as like this guy built a moving average of how the markets behave, how people behave, which is the markets, like it or not. Even the bankers, the institutions, there's humans showing up. Don't forget, there's price vacuums and voids in the market. In other words, like imagine you're a flat earther and you're like, we to the edge yet? Okay, when you get to the edge of the flat earth, shit comes unwrapped. And you don't know how far your feet are going to dangle off the edge of the flat earth. But this utopian bullshit where he's going to put a moving average on my fucking life, he's choosing how fast the moving average, I can't do whatever, I can't be a dynamic person. No, you're going to be like a fucking, he's going to put Bollinger Bands on my fucking life, this cunt.
$12,000 a year is enough to push an American up to just...
Push him just outside the envelope, and then the sellers came in and stopped me out. God damn it.
About the poverty line, which is a little bit more than $12,000 per year. So they're
just right about the poverty line here. That's a $12,000 a year? God Lord, Jesus Christ, really? Poverty. Oof. Dude, there's already so much fucking shit out there. If you're really fucking destitute, you could lean on the government so fucking hard you'd break their... Well, gee, it's almost like they did break their back. At 22... How can you be $22 trillion in debt? The only reason you can maintain that is because you're making so much fucking money. You're making like $1 trillion. You're making enough every year to just live. Who cares what your credit card's at, fucker? It could be at $1 zillion. The debt could literally be at $1 zillion. And life would just go on. You can tell me all about... I had a friend of mine. This is the couch surfer dude. And he'd go, look, Bolt, this guy on the TV says that crude oil's going like $1 million a barrel because they're called the... What's it called? Oh, peak oil. They can only... they're running out of dinosaurs. Oh, really? Oh, geez, it seems like it never want to... It seems like that oil coming on our ass now because of technology, because somebody, not the $1,000 fracking club, but some motherfucker said, let's buy some gear, let's lease it, let's write off some equipment, build some shit, and go get us some goddamn oil with some fracking gear. I didn't fucking use this goddamn goober fuck. Who is this fucking guy? He's like 10 years old.
There's like all of the big, it's going to grow the economy, it's going to create millions
Grow.
of jobs, it's going to create all of these new businesses, which it totally will.
It totally will. Dude, you don't even understand. Do you even know how to use Fibonacci?
But I'm more excited about the fact it's going to
don't forget, these from the candlestick fucking culture.
help the single mother
Just thought I'd mention that.
pay for their children's food and education.
Food, children. Oh, it's all about the children. I thought it was about my fucking trading account, bitch. What do you fucking think I'm going to do with that fucking money?
It's going to help children grow up to become more...
Go on vacation. Oh, wait, children going to grow up to be more socialist than you? Is that fucking possible?
It's going to help children grow up to become more conscientious and agree.
Conscientious. With no property rights. You know, this is another thing. So, I hate to go off on this stuff, but I can't take it, dude. So, I've been fighting for freedom since I was fucking... So I was a liberal like this fucking cunt till I got my first paycheck, and I saw what the government was taking out, and I just about fell over. So I just thought, oh fuck, really? Well, it's gonna be like that, huh, bitch? So ever since then, I kind of switched gears really hard. Became very conservative about my own funds, very possessive, very. So all these people are claiming, oh, 9/11, dude. 9/11 doesn't. The idea that 9/11's an inside job. People have a conspiracy like that. I'll give you something that's not a conspiracy. Socialism. In other words, the effects of it is not. It's not fake. It's fucking real. So, I think most people have come to the conclusion that if you're gonna work harder and harder and harder and reach a ceiling where if you make $1 more, you're actually going to lose money that year, and quite a bit for somebody that's in another tax bracket. So when I heard this tax bracket concept, another ass fuck I saw was this Tim Pool cunt on Rogan. All Joe Rogan does is interview socialists, communists, really. Whatever you call it, fucking evil fucks, man. And how does he entertain these guys with, well, tell me about this concentration camp idea you got. What the fuck? Why don't you just run it by me? I kind of want to hear, What do you think? What are your thoughts on that? Is it equal opportunity, or is everybody getting beat evenly? I just want to throw up, dude. By its way, it's a 5 to 7. In case you're trading.
Agreeable and graduate from high school at higher levels. It's going to help balance the scales.
Balance them scales, bitch. You fucking rich bastards taking advantage of all that fucking free market materials. Oh my God, when I saw trading, when I was a kid, I thought about investing. So I go to look at the stock. This is before charting. I'd actually look at the quotes, and I thought, wow, look at this fucking stock. It goes from 20 to 40. That's almost double your money. balance the scales. They are balanced, you dumb fuck. The scales are balanced. Gold is the standard. Gold is a representation of labor. Doesn't anybody talk about this shit anymore? Fucking A, dude. Why does gold cost what it costs? Not because the fucking banks manipulate it. That is so fucking bullshit. Dude, if I had a gold mine and I could hire people to dig that gold out of there for free, the price of gold would go down. Because it's a representational labor. You can't print gold. All this fucking shit from the Malones, cracking me up, the fucking Bitcoin people. I just love watching these fucking people get destroyed by their own fucking stupidity. And if this cocksucker here, this yin yang fuck, I'd love to put this guy in a fucking gulag back. I just take him right back to Nazi Germany. Go, well, you're on the train now. They think you're a fucking crossbred Jew. Yeah, gay Jew. This is what a gay Jew looks like. And we're going to put you on the train, fucker. What do you think of that? Well, yeah, I think, $1,000 a month. I'll ride the train.
For women who do so much work that right now is not compensated.
Oh, it's not compensated. Oh, really? This fucking bullshit. This is another one. You know how many women have so much fucking money they never worked for? Unless you call raising kids and keeping your house vacuumed. You're getting paid for that. Okay? You're not getting a paycheck from the government. It statistically goes down on fucking paper. What the fuck is this shit? I'm just going to throw up. I'm just going to throw up. Where's the guy that's going to... Where's the human being that's going to deny that they're male and female and they're just going to be an it? I'm just a person. Well, what sex are you? I'm not. I'm asexual. I've had all my organs removed. Like these fucking nut jobs. Dude, did you ever live in a world like this? Please tell me, 100 years ago, people weren't cutting off a fucking arm for a kick because they wanted to be an amputee. I guess 100 years ago, we were doing dumb shit like this cunt here. And so we've reached the level. And, of course, someday, I'll be dead, thank God. There'll be some fuckhead like this running the country. You can only imagine. It's like that Twilight Zone shit where the guy goes, oh, can I bet on those horses? You sure can, buddy. He keeps winning. And then he goes, oh, I kind of miss the old days when I'd lose occasionally. And this is why any good trader would kind of self-sabotage themselves, because once they made enough money, they go, God, I kind of miss the old days when I would lose. And this is when you want to break out the demo and trade, because you really are much better to do that stunt driving on the demo or go for that feeling. It's all about feelings, don't forget. $1,000 a month feeling. What in the fuck is this motherfucker? Obviously, he had no dad. Raised by a fucking single mom, this cunt.
For underrepresented minorities who don't have access.
Underrepresented minorities, you mean like Forex traders? No shit, Sherlock. That music, that fucking incessant goddamn shit synth behind him with the wah-wah.
Access to the same opportunities and have less.
Doink, 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 doink. Yes, it's 5 minutes in. Doing some manual trading now. My demo. I'm so pissed off. I'm trading the demo. I don't dare trade real money. I was pissed off.
Savings. The way the freedom dividend, which is what I call.
Oh, look, he's looking at the sun. It's just such a romantic kind of utopian dream. This is a 3-minute video I'm going to drag out for like 30 minutes, but it just everything's so cliche. It's so full. Now this. Wow, I'm glad I got to see this when it was now. I'm going to have mine would be called Later That Op-Ed.
Universal basic income. The way the freedom dividend is.
Wow, man, that jerky cam's really won me over. I like the way the cinematographer has put a high contrast background behind him. It's so much more believable. I believe in socialism now. You did it to me. Now this. Look how he's not in the center of the scene. It's just so artistic.
Is funded is through a new tax that will fall.
A new tax? I can't wait to tell my accountant, how can I get the fuck out of this tax? Oh, I love those shirts. He's got a really nice gay shirt. It's got a fucking pattern inside. You can only see that when you're putting it on. If you catch a glimpse of it, it's got like a checkerboard in there. It's got like when you can see a girl's thong poking out of her pants. What do they call it? The whale tail?
On the companies that are benefiting most from automation. So we need to shift to a value-added tax.
Okay, that's what they have in Canada, I think. It's like the Queen's tax. And then they have a luxury tax there in Canada, too. That's working out real good, isn't it? Oh, we love Canada. In fact, if I was going to become a socialist, dude, I'd just move to Canada. They got hot women. They've already got a socialist system. They're doing it. It's smooth. It runs real smooth. Yeah, you get cornholed, but consistently smoothly.
That would fall on companies like Amazon and the.
Oh, it'd fall on the big boys. Yeah, we're gonna burn them big boys up. Yeah, once we kill the goose that lays the golden egg, we can all just starve to death. It's just fucking. I love this utopian idea, buddy. Keep going, Tasha.
Robot trucking companies.
Robot trucking companies. Oh boy.
Where a value-added tax, every other industrialized country in the world, except
every other country in the world, has figured out the best scheme. I love when they depeg the Swiss franc on my Forex account. They pulled the peg. The government is so efficient.
for the U.S. has a
People think the markets aren't efficient. You think the government is?
value-added tax. And through a value-added tax at half the European level, we could pay for a universal basic income.
At half the European level. Did you hear that, son? Not only do we trump their leverage in Forex, but half off this lifetime only.
Income of $1,000 per month.
Of course, this is not a starter life. So for some people, this is their only life they know of, unless there's one in an alternate universe on a cup-shaped Earth.
For all Americans. A universal basic income will be the greatest catalyst to entrepreneurship and creativity and the arts that we have ever seen.
What? Wait a second.
Creativity and the arts that
What
we
the
have ever
fuck? Wait.
per month for all Americans. A universal basic income will be the greatest catalyst to entrepreneurship and creativity and the arts that we have ever seen. Because when Americans have their heads up and can think about the future,
Their heads up their ass.
they'll be thinking about the businesses they want to start, the organizations.
Why would I think about the businesses I want to start if already got $1,000 a month coming in? I've already got a business. I would just add to the business I have, and if I have a child I'm trying to raise, or a couple, or three, or whatever, I'm probably just going to fucking buy them some more toys, or buy them another computer to play with. Well, that'll put money in the pockets of the people selling gear, the robots that are building robots. Is this guy kidding?
Organizations they want to create, and really what they want to see in the world.
What do I want to see in the world? Oh, how about just invest in high-end art?
So right now,
Porn. How about this is what I want to see, is some good porn. That's what I used my $1,000 a month for. Yeah, well, I set up a porn review website, and I review porn.
many, many Americans have a mindset of scarcity, which is that
Wow. I don't know how they would have that when scarcity, you mean that they're going to keep the money they made? A scarcity that the government's going to, and I think is a fear of implementation.
That
Implements inserted.
we don't have enough. There's not enough to go around. We
Well, I don't know. If there's the pie's only so big, buddy.
can't afford it. But the truth is, we are the richest and most advanced society in the history.
Well, we are until you came along. And now we're just redistributing all the efforts of all the geese that lay the golden egg, which is untainted manifestation of creativity without any type of crutches. You know, who walks better, a guy without crutches or a guy with crutches? The nanny state. To be forever infantilization, right? To just be treated like an infant. And I will just fund your stupidity. I don't have to compete. I can just do whatever I want to do. There was some chick that was running for office that I came up with this bozo idea, and there's Tim Pool that was going to vote for Bernie Sanders. Really? Bernie Sanders? Did Bernie ever go to Germany and see what happened there?
Of the world, our economy is up to $19 trillion in size.
It's 22 now, isn't it? I heard it just turned 22. Look at them, they're coins. Them stackers are stacking them coins here.
Up $4 trillion in the last 10 years alone.
Oh boy. Well, so who cares, dude? That has never fucking mattered. This has never mattered. You can tell me all day long how it's so wrong, all this debt. But guess what? It doesn't fucking matter. Because we're living on the Starship Enterprise, people. Get used to it. This is a sci-fi world. You don't need money. You could have bitcoins. You could have barterships. I mean, I used to work with a guy that was involved in this bartership thing, and they would just swap shit, you know. You bang my wife, I'll bang yours. You know, they were like, hey, it's good to go, you know. We're going to have our own private transaction. Government's not too happy, but, you know, there's loopholes for everything.
We can easily afford
$1,000. We can easily afford, in fact, why don't we just have this guy pay out of his pocket $1,000? I'm up for that. In other words, I would vote him in office if he gave up his whole paycheck. $10 a month. Now that would be fucking... I would vote for this guy.
$1,000 per adult per month. This is the great equalizer of our...
Oh, great equalizer. Because it's so unfair that some people can think and some people can't. And if you can't fucking think, you know, and get hit by a truck, well, that's even better because guess what? We got to thin the herd. We got to have a little Darwin-esque kind of structures being... we got to fill those vacuum holes, see? This is what you'll see happen in the market. And I can make a lot of... allegories, analogies, metaphors to the market. It's pretty ruthless and actually has no concern and does not respect any moving average, any trend line, any price level, has no respect in the sense that the market is not going to, as much as you may think you can predict the future, which this guy claims he can, any trader, anybody that's traded has more wisdom about how the real world of economics works than I think, well, if they've done it just for a year with real money, you would figure out very quickly that it is not predictable. Otherwise, you would just fucking get a trend line projection robot. I don't even know if that's even possible, but instead of a moving average robot, imagine you had like some Gartley bot, right? That's fucking constantly projecting the next 3 possible entries, and you know, and these 5, you know, the crab, the long shoe, the what is it? The crab, the cipher, and I can't remember. I mean, wouldn't it just be, you know, right? Especially when the computers are so powerful. And somebody would pay at least 10 grand for that robot. It had precise fucking fib entries. It looked back at the market. It put in fact, you could just type into it. Like, I'd like to consider the last 3 weeks of pivots. I give them a weighting of 5 out of a score of 10. The next one I give a 7. That's going to be the rate of change, current ATR. I mean, the checklist has got to be immense, right? If then statements, pull the trigger, go. Equalizer of our
time.
Our time. In our time. Eric Hoffer, in our time.
Economic justice is social justice. There is...
Oh boy, wait a second. Economic justice and social justice. Are they the same thing?
Of our time. Economic justice is social justice. There is no...
Oh, it is social justice. I'm sorry. Oh, I agree with them there.
Social justice without leveling the playing field in terms of how much money we get as Americans to be able to pay for our basic needs.
Basic needs. Okay, so, and then I'm watching him on Joe Rogan. and this is a mind blower to me. As Joe Rogan softballs this guy to death with fucking just, oh my God. Listen to this guy's logic thread here.
A lot very, very fast because of the fact that about half of Americans are already getting various income support from the government. So the real price tag is closer to about 1.8 trillion if you say everyone who's 18 and up.
See, now, here's the flaw. I think everybody can see the flaw here.
Now, for context,
is that he's presupposing that that's how it's going to unfold, that human behavior is going to unfold like that. This is the same stupidity about the fundamentals of the market. Well, this is the victimhood cry from the fundamental gold trader and the silver traders that are stacking coins, and it's just not right. And I want to have some money in my hands. Okay, great. That's just a feeling. What the fuck? What are you so afraid of? You're gonna die. What are you so afraid of? I talked to this guy that was over in Iraq, and he says, I'm not afraid to die. This is what most people are. But that's the nice thing about being old. You're just like, dude, I'm done. Any day now. I'm going to go try to beat the train.
The entire U.S. economy is now 20 trillion, up 5 trillion in the last 12 years, and the federal budget's 4 trillion. So you're looking at 1.8 trillion. It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. Wow, this guy's got some math skills.
But it's actually manageable. And one of the things that I haven't heard discussed here with you is that when you put money into people's hands, the money doesn't disappear. Like if I gave you $1,000.
We've heard this bullshit before. How does Rogan tolerate this fucking shit? I gotta speed this shit up.
Bucks a month, it probably would not make a big difference in the economy because it would just go into your account somewhere and nothing would happen. But we all know that right now most Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. 57% of them.
Well, of course, because we're going to die. We don't know when that's going to be. Why would I even think about having so much money that I couldn't spend it?
Americans can't afford an unexpected $500 bill. So you put $1,000 a month into their hands, it's going to go right back into the economy. They're going to spend it on food, childcare, car repairs.
But I don't have that bill. I don't have those bills. I didn't choose to have those.
They've been putting off the occasional night out.
Who's choosing that? Who's getting bills like that? They don't have money.
And then all of those businesses end up hiring more people, and then we end up getting some of the money back as tax revenues. So of the 1.8 trillion.
Oh, we get it back as tax revenues. But we know taxes for revenue are obsolete because we're printing money. We don't need those taxes. If we've got this much debt, isn't it painfully obvious that we don't have to pay that debt off? We might throw some money at it, but the revenue he's going to collect, he thinks he's going to redistribute that? You got to be kidding me. It's like pushing a string, dude. They're already printing money, or they've already... I want to say printing money. They didn't really print money. What they did is they said, dude, just keep running the decimal point over to the side there. We'll worry about it later. You write bonds. The government's had war bonds. These are bonds. These are like promissory notes that are made out of thin air. Yeah. So, in the fact that that's a problem for people, well, at least the people I'm viewing on, when you went into the financial world, which I kind of went into, offshoot of the trading world is this fundamental view of economics and the way markets behave, and therefore you bring in gold and you bring in corn and you bring in supply and demand of real commodities. Not supply and demand on the chart of prices, but supply and demand. Maybe you see an echo on the chart and you see a lag. In other words, has anybody ever traded gold futures? Okay, if you try to trade gold, there's a contract out there that's probably February gold 2020, right? There's a February gold 2021 contract. Now, I bet that trades higher than gold, spot market gold, is which would people trade in these markets is the current spot rate. The fact that there's a spot market that you can step into with your own fucking money and secure an ETF, or if you want to have gold and have to you buy real gold and get burned on the spread if you ever had to sell it. But if you're just going to have a gold certificate or whatever it is, some type of as a security blanket, I mean, who's preventing you from doing that? You know, why do we need to even touch anything we've done in this world? I say shut the government down, shut every government down in the world, and let's just see what happens. The only thing I would keep open is the courts, so I could adjudicate all the people that are going to try to sue me for trying to have a free life.
You were going to get back, let's call it $400 billion in new tax receipts because everyone's going to be spending more money. We're going to save $100 to $200 billion.
We're going to save money. We don't need to save money, dude. We're already running a debt. We don't. This guy thinks that, well, running the country is like running a business. No, it's not. Dude, it's quantitative easing, whatever you want to call it. It's here. It's never going away. It's like a drug. You really think that hot girl you met at the exotic dancer is going to stop getting high? She'll probably die. I mean, we're all going to die. The country's, that's going to go away. You know, it's just going to go to a digital currency like Bitcoin. Not that you can invest in Bitcoin, but it's going to be, Bitcoin's just going to be nothing but a ledger. Bitcoin may be worth $50. It may be worth $1,000 locked, or it may be sitting at 1,000. And gold's been sitting at whatever. And it's just not going to matter. It just doesn't fucking matter, dude. How much the price of food has not really gone up that much considering all the fucking debt? How do you explain that? Well, technology. That's how powerful capitalism is. So powerful that it can fucking exist with a debt like that. That's how powerful capitalism is. The idea you can create something out of nothing. Capitalism creates wealth. It's not a fucking pie that you slice up and give out $1,000 to each goober on the street.
On things like incarceration and homelessness services and emergency room healthcare. I was in New Hampshire last month, and a prison guard said to me, this is a prison guard, he said we should pay people to stay out of jail because we waste so much money when they're in jail. Like
we should pay people to stay out of jail. Okay, I'm just going to throw up. I can't watch anymore. I can't. I never even watched this whole thing. I just watched the beginning of this, and I just thought I'd comment. I just threw up in my mouth a little bit here. Pay people. How about you pay me not to beat my wife? There you go. Oh, what's next? What is next? Anyways, off topic. But thanks for listening to my anger.